Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Welcome folks to Rishi Reports. The point of discussion today is the situation in Ladakh, which went volatile since 5th of May 2020. As you know, the boundaries between India and China is not demarcated. It is more of a perceptionary line and known as line of actual control, rather than line of control with Pakistan, which is demarcated with Pakistan and known as line of control. But this line is more of a perceptionary line, and in between this line there is a huge area of no man's land. Each claimant, each country claims this no man lands area, and this no man land area is point of dispute between China and India since 1962. So several mechanism and channel has been established to resolve the border dispute with China. As you know, few weeks earlier, Donald Trump's offer to mediate between India and China during the standoff. But as you know, the External Affairs Ministry of India silently rejected the offer of Donald Trump and tried to resolve dialogue with China. In between, you have come across from various sources few viral videos showing Indian Jawans being captured by China, roped and beaten by Chinese troops. And also you have come across few viral videos which shows how Indian Jawans are pelting stones and beating Chinese soldiers with stick and iron rod. Indian came in more assaults, physical assault to each other. Many people got injured on either side. China started violating Indian airspace. The two of Chinese helicopter, as you have seen and you have been informed by the multiple sources, including news channels, social media, whatever. But you also know that Chinese helicopters violated Indian airspace. On other hand, India deployed high altitude trained troops in that area, as well as India alerted Indian Air Force on standby and deployed Su-30 MKI and transport helicopters like Chinook in that sector. So what is the real story behind this? As you know, the mountains are in the close proximity and they are in a close pyramid, up and down and in a chain. So if I say this is the chain, this is the area, right, between India and China in Ladakh. China used to claim this, the China is here and India is here. Try to understand. This is, both sides agree that China is here and India is here, both sides. So now at this position they have started making bunkers, and Indian troops are resisting that this is the area under Indian control. Claims, these are claims. As you know, both sides, these area, this gap between my hand is a no man's land area. Both side patrolling party patrol this area, but this is a no man land area. Both claim this area. Nobody asserted control in this area. Now since May 2020, China is asserting controls that the area is here. So now there is a diplomatical channel has been activated between India and China. The talks are at high diplomatic end. Now, why India? Number one, the perception of world change. India emerged as a savior. Initially, India provided hydroxychloroquine to all over the world. The country demanded because India had a monopoly on this drug. Number two, China is being seen as a spreader of this virus. Number third, many companies are winding their work in China and shifting their work base from China to India. It is also hurting China economically in sense. So there is also, the people of China is unhappy. They are unhappy with this regime, which were reluctant and complicit in curtailing this menace. So to give them a sense of nationalism and to divert the world's attention, China is doing this tactics not only with India but with Taiwan in South China Sea, with Hong Kong, as well as with Vietnam and Philippines. This is a tactic of this communist nation to divert the world attention from pandemic to war-like scenario with India. So by diverting this world's attention, China will gain what? Number one, China will divert the bad PR into so-called neutral PR. Number two, the whole world will try to stop the war if situation goes spiral and warlike between India and China. So the whole world will ask these two countries to sit and settle. So ultimately the whole world's perception will be divided and will be easily diverted. Number three, if the situation goes worst between India and China, the companies which are winding their works in China will delay to shift their work base from China to India, because there is a conflict between two countries, the armed conflict. So that's why China is playing this tactics to gain all such benefits. If this viral video is a psychological warfare between India and China, this is a viral video which we have also come across, that Indian soldiers have been tied up, and so that Indian citizens will pressure on the Indian government, ultimately the Indian armed forces, to went into the armed struggle what Dragon wants at this moment of time. If India went into armed struggle, into a conflict, the Dragon will easily divert the attention of the world in their favor. So that Indian army is challenging the authenticity of this viral video, because it is more of a psychological in nature. And that's why there is a video released in which you are seeing Indian soldiers are beating Chinese soldiers. To counter that narrative, the Chinese narrative, India has also released certain videos. If you like the content of this video, do subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you so much. Till then, take care, be safe. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.